It was a cold and rainy night as I embarked on my usual route as a bus driver. The empty seats inside the bus created an eerie atmosphere that matched the darkness outside. Little did I know that this night would be far from ordinary. As I stopped at a desolate bus stop, I noticed a figure standing alone, huddled beneath a tattered coat. The person's face was obscured by the shadows, adding to the air of mystery. With a sense of obligation, I opened the doors, inviting the mysterious passenger aboard. The figure boarded silently, moving with an otherworldly grace. I couldn't help but feel a chill crawl up my spine as the passenger settled into a seat near the back of the bus. Their presence seemed to cast a somber energy over the entire vehicle. As the journey continued, I stole glances at the passenger through the rearview mirror. There was an inexplicable aura of sadness surrounding them, as if carrying a burden beyond comprehension. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was amiss. With each passing stop, the bus grew emptier. The rain tapped rhythmically against the windows, amplifying the silence that engulfed us. The passenger remained motionless, lost in their own thoughts, while an unsettling unease settled within me. As we approached the final stop, I glanced back at the passenger, only to find an empty seat. Panic surged through my veins as I searched frantically for any sign of them. It was as if they had vanished into thin air, leaving no trace of their presence. Confused and filled with a sense of foreboding, I closed the bus doors and continued on my route. But something felt fundamentally wrong. The world outside seemed distorted, as if time and reality had shifted in that brief encounter. Days turned into weeks, and the memory of the last passenger haunted my every waking moment. I became obsessed with finding answers, determined to uncover the truth behind their enigmatic disappearance. The line between reality and imagination blurred, driving me to the edge of sanity. In my relentless pursuit, I stumbled upon a forgotten legended tale of a tragic accident that occurred on the very same bus route years ago. Rumors spoke of a ghostly figure forever bound to the bus, doomed to wander the streets in search of redemption. As the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, I realized the horrifying truth. I had encountered the spirit of the last passenger, forever trapped in a purgatory of unresolved sorrow. The realization shattered my psyche, plunging me into a bleak existence haunted by their presence. As the final bell rang, signaling the end of another monotonous day at school, my friends and I found ourselves itching for adventure. Tired of the same old routine, we yearned for something out of the ordinary to break the cycle. Little did we know that fate had something sinister in store for us. Whispers of a haunted house spread through our school hallways, captivating our imaginations. Fueled by curiosity and a desire to prove our courage, we decided to venture into the depths of the unknown. The abandoned house on the outskirts of town seemed like the perfect setting for our daring escapade. With hearts pounding, we trekked through overgrown vegetation, pushing our way toward the decaying structure. The air was heavy with a foreboding energy, as if the house itself warned us of the horrors that lay within. As we stepped across the threshold, our senses were assaulted by a musty odor and the weight of history that permeated the dilapidated halls. Each creaking floorboard echoed through the silent rooms, heightening our anticipation and trepidation. We discovered remnants of a forgotten leafy dusty photo album strewn across a table, a child's toy lying forgotten on a windowsill. It was as if time had frozen within the walls of this forsaken place. As we ventured deeper into the house, whispers of past tragedies and unexplained phenomena filled the air. Shadows danced on the walls, and whispers seemed to echo through empty corridors. Goosebumps prickled our skin as we unraveled the house's dark secrets. Among the decay and rubble, we stumbled upon a hidden room, concealed behind a secret panel. Inside, we found a collection of disturbing objects, a blood-stained diary, eerie photographs capturing moments of unspeakable horror. The house had been witness to unspeakable acts, its walls holding the echoes of a haunting past. Fear not at our hearts as we pieced together the fragments of the house's history. It had been a place of unimaginable suffering, a stage for tragedies that had long been forgotten. The weight of the house's secrets bore down on us, filling us with a mixture of fascination and dread. But as we made our way toward the exit, the house seemed to come alive, resisting our departure. Doors slammed shut, trapping us within its clutches. Panic consumed us as we realized the house refused to let us go, its grip tightening with each passing second. With a collective surge of adrenaline, we fought against the house's malevolent forces, desperate to escape its clutches. It was a battle against the supernatural, against the lingering spirits that sought to claim us as their own. Through sheer determination, we managed to break free from the house's grasp, emerging into the daylight, gasping for air. The experience left an indelible mark on our souls, forever changing our perspective on the world and the horrors that lie hidden within its forgotten corners. Returning to my hometown after 40 years, I, an old man, begin to see the ghosts of my deceased loved ones. As I stepped off the train, a sense of nostalgia washed over me. The familiar sights and sounds of my childhood surrounded me, evoking memories long forgotten. It had been 40 years since I last set foot in this town, and the passage of time had carved deep creases on my weathered face. The streets seemed unchanged, frozen in a bygone era. As I walked through the town, whispers of the past echoed in my ears. Faces from long ago flashed before my eyes, only to vanish as quickly as they appeared. But something more profound awaited me, hidden in the shadows. It began with a faint presence, a lingering energy that seemed to follow my every step. At first, I dismissed it as a figment of my imagination, a trick of an aging mind. But as the days turned into weeks, the apparitions grew more vivid. In the quiet solitude of my home, I would catch glimpses of familiar faces. My parents and siblings who had long since departed from this world. They appeared as ethereal figures, bathed in a soft glow, their eyes filled with a mixture of love and longing. Conversations with these spectral visitors became my solace. We would recount cherished memories, relive moments frozen in time. Their whispers brought comfort, a connection to a past that had slipped away from my grasp. Yet, as the days wore on, the line between the living and the dead blurred. The spirits demanded more of my attention, their presence overshadowing the present. I became consumed by their ethereal world, neglecting the tangible reality that surrounded me. The townspeople spoke of my descent into madness, the ramblings of an old man lost in his delusions. But I knew the truth. The spirits had chosen me as their vessel, their link to the realm of the living. They sought resolution, closure for the unfinished chapters of their lives. Haunted by their presence, I embarked on a journey of discovery. Through old photographs, dusty letters, and faded newspaper clippings, I unraveled the mysteries that bound the spirits to this town. Their stories wove a tapestry of joy, pain, and unresolved emotions. With newfound purpose, I sought ways to bring peace to the tormented souls. I revisited old graves, placed flowers upon weathered tombstones, and whispered words of forgiveness and release. Slowly, the ethereal visitations grew less frequent, their presence fading like distant echoes. Now, as I sit in the twilight of my life, I find solace in knowing that I have fulfilled my duty. The shadows of the past no longer haunt me, and the spirits of my loved ones have found their eternal rest. Their whispers of gratitude linger in the air, reminding me that the bonds between the living and the dead can never truly be severed. In a quaint little town, there lived a young girl named Emily. One fateful day, Emily's grandmother gifted her a beautifully crafted marionette doll. Its porcelain face had an uncanny charm, and its delicate strings promised a world of enchantment. Little did Emily know that this innocent gift would unleash a series of chilling events. At first, Emily was enthralled by the doll's intricate movements. She spent hours pulling the strings, creating her own little marionette theater. But as days passed, a strange unease settled within her. The doll seemed to possess a life of its own, moving even when she wasn't manipulating the strings. Night after night, Emily's sleep was disrupted by faint whispers that seemed to come from the doll. Its glassy eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its painted lips curved into a menacing grin. The doll had taken control, its presence casting a shadow over Emily's once joyful world. Determined to uncover the truth, Emily delved into her grandmother's old journals, searching for any mention of the doll's origin. She discovered that the doll had once been part of a forbidden voodoo ritual, imbued with dark powers and trapped with the soul of a vengeful spirit. Fear gripped Emily's heart, but she refused to succumb to the doll's wicked influence. Armed with knowledge from the journals, she devised a plan to break free from the doll's malevolent grasp. She learned that to destroy the doll, she had to find the hidden voodoo altar and break the bond between the doll and its cursed spirit. Guided by her grandmother's teachings, Emily ventured into the heart of the woods, where an ancient tree concealed the hidden altar. She braved the eerie silence and the penetrating gaze of the doll, determined to put an end to its reign of terror. As Emily reached the altar, she performed the ritual, chanting incantations passed down through generations. With each word spoken, the doll writhed in agony, its porcelain features contorting with rage. Finally, with one decisive strike, Emily shattered the doll, severing the connection between the vengeful spirit and the physical form. As the doll crumbled to pieces, a wave of relief washed over Emily. The darkness that had plagued her life lifted, and she felt a newfound sense of peace. The curse had been broken, and the spirit that once inhabited the doll was released, finding solace in the eternal beyond.